One of the reasons that I was really keen on the idea of the embedded musician programme was just having now spent a few years performing as a chamber musician in and around Scotland and beyond. I get a great deal from doing that. It's very fulfilling for me as a person and musician. But I really like the idea of making a kind of stronger, closer connection with the places in which we perform and the people who we perform to, and have always wanted to try and immerse myself in seeing it from their perspective.
It just looked like a fantastic opportunity with enough scope and variety within the programme to be able to do some of the stuff that I really wanted to, and they're lovely people, so passionate about the artists that they work with.
Being an embedded musician has been a really lovely opportunity to have the time to create new relationships with people that normally I might not get to work with. Often you go in and a project's very short, you go in, you do your concert, you leave, but having this opportunity to actually develop those relationships over a long period of time has been really, really special, and I hope it's something that we'll kind of continue to have over the coming years.
I think the programme was just set up for someone who wanted to explore and be a bit curious about what chamber music could look like in Scotland today. It's not sometimes traditionally the most accessible sort of music, and I just wanted to use the opportunity to try and connect with different communities, different people, and provide an accessible opportunity to as many people as possible.
It's been a really wonderful way to just rethink everything almost, and strip back what I had kind of developed as a performer personally. Let's not think too much about the music first of all, let's think about the thing as a whole, from the moment people walk in to the venue to the moment they leave, and what kind of experience that is for people.
I think it's been really a great learning curve for me in dealing with a big group of people and trying to direct that, and in consistency, because I've done this series of workshops over quite a long space of time, and now I feel like I know everyone in the room really well, and I think that's just super important, and it does bring a new kind of depth to our connection and to the music and the sounds that people make, and people trust you more, and it's just, that's what it's about for me. It's about friendship and socialising as much as anything, and having fun.
The biggest sort of personal development that's happened for me, I've always been quite good at making connections between people and organisations, but actually producing work, you realise how much goes into it, from the initial conversations to actually putting things down on paper, creating structure, sorting budget. So many sort of, I guess, just more business-like skills, which are obviously going to help me in my own professional development, my own career.
The Embedded Musicians programme has been really wonderful for ensuring that projects don't just happen in a vacuum. There's a sense of community, there's a sense of geography and knowing people within that space, which is, I think, really beautiful.
The more involved audiences and performers can feel in the music, and relatable the music can be for audiences, and approachable it can be in terms of the concepts, but also the sounds and the people involved as well, I think the more kind of they want to invest in it, and they feel ownership over it. It's not really about the performance, it's this is, I suppose, a sharing of what we've been doing, but it's just been such a joy to get to know the people, different types of musicians here in Peebles, and to bring them together.
I think events like this are important because they draw together such big sectors of society together. I think that often with especially classical music, it's a very specific type of audience that goes to those events, same with for folk music, same for jazz. And so we wanted to create a space where everyone felt like they were welcome, where it was something for people who might not attend a normal concert because it feels too formal for them, so we ideally made this very, very relaxed, for something where it would still attract people because the quality of the musicians is really high calibre, so we would still get kind of your traditional music fans in, but also that we would hopefully bring in a much wider range of people.
Projects like this gives voice to those that are not represented, or who are underrepresented, or haven't found their voice in classical music, and so it's so important that these projects continue to happen to make it as accessible and as inclusive as possible.